everyone, it's Deadman38 here, and today I'm going to be doing an anime protagonist tier list. And so I have a bunch of options here, a bunch of tiers, a bunch of stuff going on here, and I have a very diverse set of main characters, as you can see. And so I'm going to go over the tiers. I think they're pretty self-explanatory, honestly, but I'm going to go over them nonetheless, just so people know. So D is the lowest tier. And D is going to be main characters that I think just aren't good main characters. Like, they straight up shouldn't even be the main character, almost. Like, it would just be better if someone else was main character. C is going to be average. They're not in special. You probably won't remember them over a side character you like. B is going to be, they're good. They're nothing to write home about, but they're good. They do their job as being main character. A is going to be where you start thinking, yeah, of course I know this character. This character is a good main character. He's great. And S is greatest or greatest type. So this is going to be the highest of the high for me. They either have really good story, really good character progression, or they're just a really good main character that you always want to know more about and always look forward to seeing them in every episode. Okay, guys, let's get on to the tier list now that I've explained the tiers. We got this guy right here. He is the main character of Dawn to Dawn. His name is Ken Takeyomi, something like that. I got into Dawn to Dawn recently because it just came out. I like him. I like him. He's interesting enough. He's funny. He does have a goal, and his dialogue with the side characters in the show is really good. I don't think he's like one of the greatest. Definitely not. He's medium. He's on the road. He's not my favorite character in Dawn to Dawn, but he does his job as the main character. He leads forth the progression of the series, and he very much is a main character. Goku. This is going to be crazy, right? I'm actually going to put him in A, not S. And my reasoning for that is there's a whole thing with Dragon Ball where a lot of people didn't even want Goku to be the main character. They wanted Gohan to take over the role as the main character. And I disagree with that. I was not the biggest Gohan fan, honestly. But I do think that he's a good main character. He very much drives the plot. He very much, you get this feeling every time Goku's in a fight. You're like, yeah, Goku. It's Goku time, baby. But at the same time, there is moments where you're like, I want Vegeta. I want a Vegeta time, you know? I want to see the prince. And so I can't put him in S, considering that there is contention over if Vegeta would be a better main character, if Gohan would be a better main character. And for that reason alone, I have to put him in A. Because I feel like there is people in his own story that could take the place of main character and either be equally as good, or in some regards, some people would say are better. So I'm putting the boy Goku in A. This doesn't mean I don't like Goku. I love Goku. He's literally one of the first anime I ever watched. But for the reasons I've said, I can't put him higher than A. We got Yugi. Yugi is the Pharaoh. I put the Pharaoh here. If you watch Yu-Gi-Oh, you know that there's like two personalities. The Pharaoh and then the boy. I put the Pharaoh because who cares about the boy, honestly? Like, he doesn't really have that much personality. I gotta put the Pharaoh as B. And my reasoning is, I know some people would say he's C or D tier. I feel as though the Pharaoh, even when I was a kid, every time the Pharaoh took control, he was cocky. He had like this sense of like he's the duelist. He is the Pharaoh, the duelist, the guy, the GOAT. He got the feeling, right? I'm not putting him in A because I feel like a lot of people, he's hit or miss as a character, but he's so cool, man. He has such a good personality. He has like a Vegeta-esque personality, but it's not as arrogant. So I'm putting him in B. I'm putting him in a strong B. I'm going to put him above Ken because I feel like he's more of a renown. He's more popular, and he's more of a, like, you're not going to forget the Pharaoh. I barely watched you as a kid, and I still knew the Pharaoh. And now we're going with Yuji Itadori. So, Itadori, right, If you told me to rank him in the start of the series, right? I'd put him at B tier. But with how he is in the manga, how he is in Shibuya Incident, and his character development, I gotta put him A. He's below Goku to me. But for also there's a similar reason that a lot of people say if Megami was the main character, it'd be better. If Gojo was the main character, it'd be better. There's definitely people that you could make a serious argument that would make better characters than Yuji, but for his character development and his growth, I'm actually gonna put him above Goku because of his character development. Goku does grow, but it's not the same. So I got to put Yuji in A, and I got to put him above Goku because his character development is strong, and they show how every time something happens, he develops. He grows his mindset. He grows his ability to be a better overall character. And so I got to put him in A, right? He's a good main character, and I personally think that he is the best main character for JJK. I love Gojo, man, but he's goated side character. I don't want him as a main character. And now we got Deku, Midoriya. So here's my thing with Midoriya, right? I'm gonna put him in A, but I'm not gonna say because other people could be the main character, because I actually like Deku as a main character, and I don't think there's anybody that'd be better. And I think if you say Bakugo would be a better main character, you're straight up wrong, and you need better opinions. But Deku is a good character. Yeah, he cries a lot, and I get that. But guys, you got to think, right? This dude wanted to be a hero so bad. Like his whole story is that he idolized the hero and he wants to be a hero. He wants to be not only a hero, but the best hero. And you can't. This dude breaks every bone in his body every time he throws a punch. You'd be crying too. Dude, I don't want to hear it. Like, if I threw a punch and my arm shattered, like, who's not going to cry, dude? That's ridiculous. Like, breaking bones just casually, that's wild. Have you seen his arm in some scenes, dude? It's like twisted. Nah. He's a good main character. He does his job well, and he very much leads the story. Um, so now we got Leo from Blood Blockade Battlefront. Most people probably don't know this anime. It's a pretty good anime. I recommend it. If you like Bungo Stray Dogs, I think you would like this anime. It's less serious than Bungo, but it's really good. I didn't put Bungo Stray Dogs on here, and I didn't do that mainly because I just didn't really feel like it. Like I had such a large good cast, and I didn't want to take from any of them, and I didn't want to make the list even longer than it has to be. But I gotta put Leo on C. And if you haven't seen the anime, it's not that he's a bad main character. It's just he lacks a lot of personality and drive, and he almost feels like a side character in most instances. Like most events in the story that take place, he feels as though he's a side character. And the main character aspects only come in periodically, and he's just not very driven in the story. His motivations are good. He doesn't really grow as a character, and I feel as though that other people being more inclined to take over his role as main character leads me to believe that he doesn't carry it as a main character, and so I got to put him as C. He's not trash, but he definitely is lacking in the main character department. Now, I think you guys will notice this. I put Kid Naruto, Shippuden Naruto, and then Boruto. So for these two, I feel like Naruto as a character is too different in Shippuden and regular Naruto OG for me to put them as the same thing, because then I have to take both stories into account, and I'm not going to do that because I feel like it's disingenuous. Because Naruto in the beginning is different so much from Shippuden, and I know it's because of the age. Obviously, I watched all of Naruto, but I feel as though they deserve their own spots. And I gotta put OG Naruto as B, and I gotta put him above Pharaoh. And I know you're thinking Naruto is B. That's wild. Here's my thing, Kid Naruto, right? When you were a kid, did you really focus on Naruto and Naruto? Like for real? Did you not like focus more on Sasuke and like the side characters? Because I personally, when I was a kid, was more into Sasuke and Kakashi than I was Naruto in the original Naruto. He felt like he was a goof. like a class clown. He had a good story. I'm not even gonna sit here and tell you he didn't have a good story. That's why he's still in B tier. But him as the main character, him and Sasuke could have been interchangeable. They really could have. The story would have been the same. Like, a majority of the story does still follow Naruto, don't get me wrong, but Sasuke had enough plot time and enough showing in the original Naruto that I feel like him and Sasuke were completely interchangeable. I mean, some people might disagree with me, but in the original Naruto, at least, 100% interchangeable. So I got to put him in B tier. He's above the Pharaoh because it's still Naruto. Like, he's still one of the big three.